Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we are going to discuss about a recently ongoing Rani Durgavati Gaurav Yatra that has begun in the state of Madhya Pradesh. So in this regard, we are going to discuss about the historical significance of this particular event and also what was the contribution of Rani Durgavati in the medieval history of India, who was she and where does she belong to. So let us try to understand about this in more detail. So first of all, to give you the background of this particular topic, the Shivraj Singh Chauhan led BJP government in Madhya Pradesh have launched 6-day Rani Durgavati Gaurav Yatra on the 24th of June. In this regard, the Home Minister Amit Shah also have inaugurated the rally in Balaghat. Balaghat is in the Vindhya region of the Madhya Pradesh, and the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh has marked June 24. And it was the reason why this date was decided because it is believed that it was on June 24th, somewhere in the 16th century, when the Queen Durgavati is believed to have died while fighting the Mughals, and thus it is celebrated as a day of sacrifice. Now, in the concluding phase of this yatra, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be present on the day, and he will also flag off 2 Vande Bharat trains from Bhopal as a part of the visit to the state. Now, this yatra is also seen as a political ambition or also portrays the political ambition of Bharatiya Janata Party because it is seen as BJP's larger tribal outreach nationwide for the gaining vote of the tribal people. Similarly, if you talk about in year 2021 too, BJP has organized Tantya Bhil Gaurav Yatra around the time of tribal revolutionary leaders' birth anniversary, and thus it has renamed several public spaces and institutions after the tribal leaders. Madhya Pradesh also is in the grip of political fever because it will go to polls later this year, and the tribal population of Madhya Pradesh is very high, contributing to almost 21% of the state's entire population. If you look at in the terms of number, Madhya Pradesh is having the largest number of tribal population among all of the Indian state, and that is why tribal outreach by all the political parties become very critical if they want to have victory in the political elections. Now let us try to understand about who was Rani Durgavati. So if you look at the historical textbook, we find that she was born in year 1524 in the Mahoba's Chandela dynasty. If you look at the map of India here, Chandela kingdom extended all the way from the foothills of Shivalik in the Himalayas to the Madhya Pradesh and then to part of Uttar Pradesh, which largely today is known by the geographical region of Bundelkhand. So the region comes under present-day Uttar Pradesh near the southern border with the Madhya Pradesh. Now the father of Rani Durgavati was Raja Salabhan, who was king of Ratha and Mahoba, which are 2 small kingdoms, the part of the Chandela dynasty. Chandelas also are very well known in India for building the very well known or internationally famous Khajuraho temple somewhere in the 11th century. Later on, Rani Durgavati was married to Dalpat Shah, who was the son of Gond king. Now, Gond are one of the largest tribe of Madhya Pradesh today and also of India. And coincidentally, it is after the Gond, the old name of the Indian landmass, of which the entire, we can say, southern continent was part of, is called as Gondwana land. So, she was married to Dalpat Shah, the son of Gond king Sangram Shah, who was the king of Garha-Katanga. The kingdom basically lies in the modern times Narmada Valley. Now, if you look at the map of India here we have Vindhya range, and then finally we have the Satpura range, and lying between the Vindhya and Satpura range we have the Narmada river, which flows in a rift valley. So, Dalpat Shah was the king of this particular area of Narmada Valley, and also his kingdom extended to the parts of northern Madhya Pradesh. So, Durgavati, however, once she got married, just few years later she was widowed after the marriage due to the killing of the Dalpat Shah. Now, if you look at history textbook that is written by the prominent scholars, first of all, we can take reference from the Satish Chandra's book, that is Medieval India, where he has mentioned that Rani Durgavati was a very good marksman and skilled as using guns, bows and arrow. And it is believed that she was so intent on hunting tigers those days that whenever she heard that tiger had appeared, she did not drink water until she saw it. Similarly, if you look at the mention of Abul Fazl in his famous work of Akbarnama, where he has discussed about the reigns of King Akbar, he has mentioned that Durgavati was a combination of beauty, grace and man-like courage as well as bravery, and she ruled over a very prosperous kingdom. So, how and why Rani Durgavati is celebrated in the state of Madhya Pradesh? It is because of the battle she fought during the Mughal attack on the Garha-Katanga. Now, if you look at the medieval history of India, It was in the time or the era of mid-16th century when the Mughals were trying to expand their footprint, especially between years of 1556 to 1706 under the rule of Emperor Akbar. And thus, during her reign, Durgavati fought a very valiantly, a very fierce battle with the Baj Bahadur, who was the Sultan of the neighboring Malwa kingdom, who was eventually defeated by the Akbar. Not only that, due to her increasing the importance as well as increasing popularity, the Mughal governor of the nearby Allahabad, which is a city in the Uttar Pradesh, Asaf Khan, he took interest in attacking Garha-Katanga, the kingdom which Rani Durgavati used to rule, and he was attracted by the tales of the queen, obviously. So it was during this battle of Garha-Katanga, while fighting them, she was struck by 2 arrows, and it is believed that she stabbed herself with a dagger so that she do not have to surrender to the Mughal forces. Now, obviously, the Akbar was very much impressed by the bravery of queen and thus asked Asaf Khan to let go of whatever gains he has made in the region of Garha-Katanga. Also, Akbar restored the kingdom to the Chandra Shah, who was the younger son of Sangram Shah, after he accepted the Mughal suzerainty. So that is how the story goes. Now, if you look at the legacy and present day politics around Rani Durgavati, so she is believed to be or championed by the politicians both from Congress as well as BJP as a patriotic ruler who stood by her people as a defender of her culture. In this regard, Congress leader Kamal Nath also has tweeted his tribute to the Queen, saying she fought historic battles for the pride and honor of the nation. Now, after the Bhil community, if you look at political importance of the Gond tribe, to which Rani Durgavati belonged to, it comprises nearly 40% of the total tribal population. The Gond tribe constitute about another 34% of the 1.53 crore tribal population in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Thus, to appease these Gond tribe, appease the people of Gond tribes, in 2021 also the government has awarded or instituted an award in the name of Gond King Sangram Shah, who was the husband of Rani Durgavati, who was the father-in-law of Queen Durgavati, of rupees 5 lakh for works in the tribal art and culture. So that is all about the Rani Durgavati Gaurav Yatra. I hope you understood about this particular issue. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your aspirants, as well as subscribe to our channel for more such content. Thank you very much.